Hello, welcome to Reframing Mindset Podcast. We are clear my head of the thoughts that are preventing clarity, practice my speech, among other things. Episodes range from informative knowledge to funny stories about my experiences, and in the future, maybe include interviews. So subscribe and enjoy. Episodes drop every other day. Okay, so welcome back to Reframe Mindset Podcast. My name is Colin Smith Brooks, and it's another music album review again. So this time it's Kanye West Donda album. So Kanye West, everybody's supposed to know Kanye West. Yeah, he dropped an album, and as I said, I've taken my talents to the music review space. So I'm just giving my rookie opinion on these album. And yeah, so let's get into it. So the first song on the album is called the Donda Chant. And I give this Donda Chant a rating of 10 out of 10. Although it's just a lady repeating Kanye's mother name Donda for 52 seconds, a second listen of the album, you will understand how seamless this first track just fits in with the others. Mhm. So lyrics great, instrumental is great, and my favorite line is Donda. So the second episode, Jail Part One, featuring Jay Z, 10 out of 10. I give that rating a 10 out of 10. Nice collaboration between Jay Z and Kanye, where the song is basically talking about the hypocrisy of the prison system and some of the dumbest things gets you in jail. Mhm. Instrumental great, lyrics great. Favorite line on the song: "Don't you curse at me and don't you curse at me and text while you try hit the flex. I hold up like what? I scroll up, I scroll up like next. Get guess who's getting X like next. Guess who's getting X? You made a choice that's bad. You made a choice that's your bad. Single life ain't so bad." Which to me seems like an altercation between Kanye and his girl that will end up with him going to jail because the police system basically reacts to every woman's emotion. So to me, it seems like that snippet is just him saying, "No," because of some BS now between him when he does, some text conversation. He's going to jail tonight. Yeah, yeah. So it's a 10 out of 10. Nice collab, man. So the third song on the album, God Breathe. God Breathe, Breath or Breathe on this or something like that. So to me, rating 9 out of 10. Instrumental is great, but the lyrics didn't reach the peak to make it 10 out of 10. Mhm. So lyrics good, instrumental great. No favorite line, but the first part, God Breathe on this. Yeah, that was pretty lit. That was pretty lit. Fourth one, Off the Grid, 10 out of 10. Great song, basically saying the movie is making for his family and future generation. So he's off the grid making his move. So basically he's saying, he's making some move, but he's off the grid. And what he's doing is for his kids, his kids, kids, his kids, and something like that. So that's how he saying. So it's off the grid. So yeah, man, instrumental great, lyrics great. And favorite line from the album: "Look, I've got a couple old friends that I'm not really clicking with. I know they pray that we settle our differences. To me, that means old friends got old beef, but because he's on his grind and taking off no time for those things of the taking no time for those things of the past, like old beef or something like that. But because of those old beefs, those old friends pray that they settle their differences and go back to the old days. But he's on his grind and moving forward. So they pray that this the differences. So that's my favorite line for that um song. Overall, great song off the grid. So the next song now, Hurricane. Hurricane, I give it a 10 out of 10. Great song. The Weekend killed it. Tell you the truth, can't tell exactly what the song about. Maybe it's more like a trust God song. Cause like during the hurricane, people are panicking, but you have to trust God that God will bring you through it. Yeah, so that's my overall take on the song. Lyrics great, instrumental great, and no favorite line. Mhm. Six, praise God. Yeah man, 10 out of 10. Great song to me because it just feel like a man dropping some bars and a sick beat, just raw emotions and everything on the track. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. So lyrics great, instrumental great. Favorite line from the song? We're gonna praise our way out of the grave, dog. Living, speaking, praise God. Walking out the graveyard back to life. I serve. I follow your word. See with new sight into the night. I'm watching these lines, um, but this line, I don't really have a full example what he exactly mean, but I think if I take it literally, like the Bible say, make a joyful noise unto the Lord and serve him with gladness. Those lines would encapsulate that part of the Bible very well. 'Cause it just, as I said, praising your way out of the grave, back to life, and seeing with new sight and stuff like that. So that would fit well with that verse. Mhm. Seven Jonah, give it a 7 out of 10. Okay song to me, nice collab, and that's all I can say. Lyrics is okay, instrumental is okay, and no favorite line. Mhm. Number eight. The next song is called Okay Okay. Give it a 8 out of 10. Mhm. Nice song talking about how people see headline things and react without doing in-depth research. So basically, fake people talking about fake propaganda, in my opinion. Lyrics great, instrumental is great. And my favorite line is, "Okay, now they got me, wanna rap again. Okay, now they got me, wanna rap again. Heal the wound, and then you stab in my back again, huh? You you the type to play the joke and then try hide your hand, huh? Not the type to come around and try to play your friend. Bam. You the type to cut the grass and snake your bestest man. I'm the type to close the deal and cut my friends in, you know. Which basically him saying people do fake things while act like they do real things while he's doing real things helping real people. So while someone will convince him to rap, then they'll support him. He's making success move and getting his homies and friends and people involved in the success. So like how the Donda album have all these collabs, you know, these people that are on these collabs are benefit from these success while the other people are making thus doing fake, being fake. Mhm. Yeah man. So nine, the ninth song, Junior, give it a 8 out of 10. Song is basically say he didn't miss out on anything in while making Donda, never miss out on based on what he's seen and say, yeah, he never really miss nothing. Lyrics good, instrumental is good, and favorite line for 5 summers, hold up, for 5 summers, hold up, for 5 summers, hold up, for 5 summers, hold up. We took over. hold up, we took over. Yeah, yeah, what? I kind of botched those lines, but basically he's saying that he's been killing it, so he wasn't really missing out on anything. He was killing it. Although some of that people were maybe saying he was crazy or whatever, but he never was really missing out on anything. He was reaping rewards. Mm. So number 10, believe what I say. 10 out of 10. Titus says it all. Believe what he says, and not there's nothing else to say. Believe what he said. The lyrics is great. The instrumental is great. Favorite line told me I you I didn't believe. You said I didn't believe. You said I was out to deceive. Ha ha. You said that I lie. How did I? I told you everything, didn't I? Line said by Buju Banton, which basically him saying that he was talking, telling when he was talking, people think he was crazy and saying dumb things to get attention and lie. But in fact, he basically told you everything, and he is at a higher place because of it. So while people were trolling him and all these things, he was making moves, and people think he was back against the wall. But he's like, no, my back is not against the wall. It's a bit so. That was basically that monologue, what Bojo Banton did on that track, and what made it 10 out of 10 to me. So, the 11th song, yeah, so here I should say it's what, 27 songs, so it's going to be a long set of review. Mhm. So, the 11th song is 24, so I give it a 5 out of 10. Pretty average Sunday worship song to me. Lyrics okay, instrumental okay, no favorite line. Number 12, Remote Control. I give it a 10 out of 10. Great song talking about his life. He's on remote control, with God as his pilot. So, things going on, you just feel like, oh, this now, boom. And he just appear. Like how you done just, oh, turn the channel on. I just, oh, this now. And just, so his life is just on remote control now, based on how he talks in this song. Instrumental great, lyrics great, and no favorite line from this one. Mhm. Moon, the 13th song now is Moon. I give it a 10 out of 10. It's a nice song to listen to, just to get your mind off things. Nice chill song. So the lyrics is chill, the instrumental is chill. No favorite line, but the instrumental and lyrics coordinate very nice. Mhm. Now, track number 14, Heaven and Hell. 10 out of 10. Great song and a great beat. You just have to listen to hear the greatness. Like I can't describe it. It's just a great song and a great beat. Lyrics great, instrumental great. Favorite line, never too late for him to save you. This is your movie because no one can play you. Which is him saying it's not too late for Jesus to save you. It's your life. Only you can play you. You know, no one can play you but you. Mhm. So Donda, now the 15th track now is Donda, 10 out of 10. Another great song, and it's a great song because there are some powerful lines spoken by Donda herself, and the lyrics and instrumental great, and no favorite line. No, he has some good lines, but I couldn't really find the one that I would say, yeah, 16, Keep My Spirit Alive, give it a 7 out of 10. Song is basically saying they can take it all, but my spirit won't die. Lyrics great, instrumental okay. Favorite line? Oh, oh, my life, yeah, is in his hand. So I don't stress. I pray and strategize. Which is basically saying God have his life in control, so he doesn't stress. He just prays and strategize. Mhm. 17, Jesus Lord. I give this a 10 out of 10, but in reality, more. It's more than 10 out of 10. I give it a maybe a 20 out of 10. You know, this song is basically saying, "Do you have anyone that needs Jesus?" It's a very powerful song that actually made me cry. Every time I listen it, I actually cried. I'm like, wow, bro, it's a powerful song. Every time I listen to the message of the song, I just cry. You know, it come like I need Jesus. The way I'm crying, maybe I need Jesus. But the lyrics is an instrumental is great. No favorite line. In No favorite line. Just the whole song is great. Hmm. So number 18, New Again. I give this rating a 7 out of 10. Verse was great. The first verse was great. The rest was okay. But it's a song about repenting for your sin, as we are singers and sinners, and make us new again. Lyrics and instrumental okay. No favorite lines. 19, Television. Give it a 5 out of 10. Because there's nothing much to write about. You know, Nothing for me to say about it. Mhm. Number 20, Lord, I Need You. 9 out of 10. Nice song talking about the relationship between Kanye and Kim. Mhm. Lyrics and instrumental great. No favorite line. 2020, 21, the 21st track called Pure Soul. 10 out of 10 in my rating. Talking about pure souls and that the truth always gets out. Lyrics and instrumental great. Favorite line, I said the truth is only what you get away with. That's why that's why a lot of these people be faking, so which means people look like they're getting away with a lot of things, but to others they just look like they're faking, because when people are making moves and but they're living a facade. The song is basically saying the truth is only what you get away with. So in reality, they feel like they're getting away with their maybe crime or wrongdoings, but in reality, they just like some fake people just moving. Yeah, so that's how I interpret that line. Mhm. All right, the 22nd track now, "Come to Life." I give it a 7 out of 10. A nice song to listen to. Lyrics and instrumental is good. No favorite line. The 23rd track, "No Child Left Behind." Mhm. 6 out of 10. Pretty short and not much said. Lyrics okay, instrumental is okay. No favorite line. The 24th track is Jail Part 2. Give it a 10 out of 10. Same song as similar to the Jail Part 1, but this time it's Da Baby, not Jay-Z on the second verse. I don't really like the songs that Baby usually drop, but his verse on this track was very good. So lyrics and instrumental are great, and no favorite line for this one. 25, okay, okay, part two. I give it a 8 out of 10. Same as part one, but with Shensia, a Jamaican dancehall artist. To me, similar to the first song. So the same thing I said about the first um one. The first okay, okay, part one. Yeah, it goes for this as well. Junior part two, I say similar to part one as well. And then Jesus Lord, that's the 26th track, Junior part two. And then the 27th track and the last track, Jesus Lord part two. Better than part one, but I was stronger this time and I didn't cry. So it was better than part one, but I was stronger this time. I think part one prepared you for part two, in my opinion. So, with all that being said, overall, it's a great album. It's a weird one to me, as by just reviewing it, taking my time to actually listen it, and then give my opinion on each song and going through 27 tracks. Yeah, it's one of those things. One of those one that I say I can't see myself actually listening to again. Maybe I will, but it's a great album. It, it's a great album, and it's so great. I would recommend you at least listen it one time. You know, Christian or non-Christian. 'Cause it's a very religious album, you know. So Christians, you know, my Christian fans and things. Yes, it's for you as well. You know, it's a great album that you should listen at least once. Mhm. Yeah, so that's my overall opinion on the album Donda by Kanye West. And thank you for listening. And then I look forward for the next episode. Mhm.
Well, this is the end of the episode. Thanks for watching and look forward for the next episode. To support this podcast, go to anchor.fm/cssb/support or become a sponsor for this episode. If you have a product that you want to have more exposure, DM me on the Instagram page, Reframing Mindset Podcast, or on Twitter at ReframingP. Either way would help. Thank you regardless for listening, and here's a preview for the next episode.
Okay, all right. So welcome back to the Frame Mindset Podcast. My name is Colin Smith Brooks, and this episode, yeah, it's another music album review. And now it's the one that everybody should know, you know, Drake, you know, the great Drake. Mhm. So he released his album, Certified Lover Boy, and things. So mhm, let's get into it, you know. So, boom, the first song is Champagne Poetry, and I give it a 9 out of 10. You know, the first part of the song sounded just like pure poetry, you know, but the second part where he started to vent about what brought him, the second part where he started to vent, yeah, that's what brought it down to a 9. You know, so overall the instrumental is great, the lyrics is great, and